Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. So in today's video, we are going to be talking about Frenkie de Jong and his future, and then we're also going to be discussing how he did play recently and why he did improve. And then we're also going to be talking about Sergio Busquets, because yes, we are heading towards his last few seasons. It's very important to talk about his importance within Barcelona, because Barcelona, they do need to readjust. And how can Barcelona readjust? Do they develop players? Do they bring in brand new players from any other club in Europe? There's so much that we do have to discuss within today's video. It's going to be a very exciting tactical video. I hope you guys do enjoy it. But before we go into any of this, I do want to speak about the OneFootball app. The OneFootball app, it is the best football app that you could find within the App Store. When it does come to what's currently going on with your favorite player, your favorite team, what's currently going on within the league, if you do want to find out any of that information, you can so by downloading the OneFootball app, by scanning the QR code that you do see here on the screen using your camera on your phone. But if you do not have a camera available for you, there's also going to be a link that will be provided down below that take you straight to the App Store. You can download the OneFootball app, then set up exactly who you do want to follow, and then you'll be set and done from there. Again, it's a very reliable, informative, free app that you guys would absolutely love. But now let's get back into the video. So let's first talk about Frenkie de Jong, because it does say here, according to Mateo Moreto, Frenkie de Jong will stay at Barcelona this summer. There are no doubts, even though there are many high interest clubs for this player. And the reason why this report did come out a couple of hours ago, it is because it is a response to Barcelona potentially selling Frenkie de Jong back in that winter transfer window in January, because there were conversations about Frenkie de Jong being in a swap deal for Ferran Torres. And looking at this deal now, seeing how this deal could have happened from today, it probably would have angered so many people. But Barcelona, on that transfer window a few months ago, they said no way, that is never going to happen. Xavi even said that I want to maintain this player because he is a player for the future. And so the point that I'm trying to get at is this: the fact that Bayern and Manchester City approached Barcelona for Frenkie de Jong could have easily gone to these two clubs, because he could have said, these are two clubs who have more capacity to build around me. They know exactly what they're doing. Looking at Barcelona, they do not know what they're doing. But the fact that Frenkie de Jong has denied these two clubs, and Barcelona also denied these two clubs because they want to maintain this player, you can just tell that there is a desire to win between Frenkie and Barcelona. Frenkie even said not too long ago that he wants to be at Barcelona for like another 10 to 12 years. He wants to renew his contract, where a contract can be a 10-year contract. And so it's so exciting to hear that Frenkie de Jong does want to be in Barcelona. He wants to win with this club. He wants to be a leader within this team. He loves this badge 100%. And look, I will be the first one to say that yes, we have had moments through this season where Frenkie de Jong did not look like he wanted to try for this Barcelona shirt. He did not look interested on the field. Like for example, in that game against Levante, in the game against Frankfurt and Cadiz, many of us were asking, and especially coming from me, that this player does need to step up offensively and defensively, because what he has been doing against these three teams, it has not been 100%. It has not been him being maximized. And these are the moments where we do need players like Frenkie de Jong at the age of 24 years old, knowing that he has been here for about 3 to 4 years. We need those players to step up massively. And just to give you guys an example, right, so you guys can know exactly like where I am coming from, because I know Frenkie's capabilities. I know when he is trying. Just look at the match between Barcelona and Levante, look at Frenkie's performance, and then look at Ajax versus Real Madrid back in 2019, and also look at Frenkie de Jong's performance. You can just see the attitude change. You can just see the physical change. The way that Frenkie de Jong really did try and was running up and down the field against Real Madrid, and then you compare that performance to the performance against Levante. So there was a massive difference. But here is going to be my conclusion, right? I do believe that Xavi Hernandez did tactically get many things wrong against these teams that we have tied or won against or lost against. I do believe that in the end, Xavi was the one responsible for the attitude of Frenkie de Jong and many other players. Frenkie de Jong was not the only player. Xavi Hernandez is the one that needs to fix this and have these players have a great attitude, a great way, and a desire to win in every game, and very consistently. Because in the game against Real Sociedad that did happen a couple of hours ago, that is what I'm talking about. The way that Frenkie has performed against Sociedad, he was at that level. This is exactly what we have been demanding coming from this player. And I do hope that this does remind everybody here that when he is clear on what he needs to do, when he is having a great attitude on the pitch, when he has desire to win, when he is showing that he is very interested in Barcelona's situation, that he wants this Barcelona team to win in order for Barcelona to maintain a top 4 spot, Barcelona really do benefit from that. So like, yes, Xavi did have a great game. He was the sole creator for that goal for Barcelona. Yes, Ferran Torres did make that assist to someone like Aubameyang. Yes, Aubameyang did score, but the one player that gave character character towards Barcelona against a very tough Sociedad side. The one player that gave penetration against Sociedad's defensive line, it was Frenkie de Jong. As a matter of fact, just to give you guys even more context on his massive performance, in yesterday's game, Barcelona did receive the least amount of possession in years. They did have a total of, I believe, 45% or 49% possession against Sociedad, but even with that, even with Barcelona seeing less of the ball, Frenkie de Jong was still gigantic. He had a total of 3 key passes and won more duels than anybody else on that night with a total of 11. So next season, I do believe that he will have a much more vital role, a more important role. I do expect him to start no matter what, whether it's Pedri having a good game, Xavi having a good game, Ricky Puig having a good game. When Frenkie de Jong is having a good game and he understands what he needs to do when he has a role, there is no one that's going to be taking his spot within that midfield. And I can't wait to see what that's going to look like and what he could provide as a interior under Xavi Hernandez. Now let's move on towards Sergio Busquets, because it does say here, according to Mateo Moreto, the expectation is that Sergio Busquets will head to the MLS once his contract at Barcelona is over in the summer of 2023. So we're going to be having a much similar conversation to how we had it with Frenkie de Jong, but there is a very different element towards this whole thing. Sergio Busquets is 34 years old. His contract does end in about 1 year, which is in the summer of 2023, and we do not see Barcelona renewing Busquets for another 1 to 2 years. All parties do expect for Busquets and Barcelona to separate finally in that summer of 2023. And let me tell you guys, when we do head towards that time within that summer, it's going to be a very sad time. Like, he has given us a lot within this club, and for many years he has given us so many memories, he has given us so many titles, he has been unique in general in the world of football, and even until today he is one of Barcelona's best midfielders, and there is no replacement for Busquets, even though Barcelona have been trying for the past 7 to 8 years. And so I've always said that even though this is going to be a sad time for Barcelona and for the player, it's also going to be a very difficult time for Barcelona, because besides Lionel Messi, in terms of replacement, it's going to be extremely hard to try and replace someone like Busquets, because right now there is no clear replacement. Like, yes, let's talk about some players. Let's strategize right now. Could it be Frenkie de Jong? I do not think so. I'm not 100% convinced. Could it be someone like Jandro Orellana? I'm not also 100% convinced. When it comes to Nico Gonzalez replacing Busquets, I'm also not 100% convinced. Like, yes, could these 3 players play well within the central defensive midfield position? Of course they can, but I just do not think that they can provide what Busquets can provide within that position. It's just almost impossible because of how unique Busquets actually is. Now, there could be other solutions. Xavi Hernandez could develop that player within Barcelona or buy a player from another club in Europe, and those 2 players that I believe could come in here and bring something close to what Busquets has been providing could be someone like Rodri from Manchester City or Kimmich from Bayern Munich. But I'm going to be standing for Rodri because of many specific reasons. Point number 1, he is Spanish. He understands what a team like Barcelona does need within that position. He has experience playing with Pedri. He has experience playing with players like Ansu Fati, Ferran Torres. He understands the positioning as a central defensive midfielder in Barcelona, and when a vertical pass needs to be distributed, Rodri would be someone that I believe will be phenomenal for Barcelona's midfield for the future. His contract does end in the summer of 2024, so if Rodri does tell Man City in that summer of 2023 that he does not want to renew, Man City are going to want to sell, and Barcelona could be that club to bring in that player and put him alongside players like Frenkie, Pedri, Xavi, and many more. If you were to tell me that we could see a midfield by that time, right, next year for the 2023-2024 season, a midfield of Rodri, Frenkie, and Pedri, that would be phenomenal. I do believe that that will be a midfield that can deliver so much and can deliver world-class performances. But this is all just a waiting game. It is just speculation. Could Barcelona spend around 50 to 55 million euros for someone like Rodri next summer? That could happen, but maybe Barcelona may not be interested. Maybe they want to invest that money elsewhere. Who knows where Barcelona is going to be financially, but only time is going to be telling. And that is going to be wrapping up today's Barcelona Daily News. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys are new here, welcome to the channel. Please like, subscribe, comment, and I will see you guys in the next video.